Hello, my love. Welcome to another episode of Blisstopia podcast. I am your host, Mercedes Castellani, and today we're going to have a short and sweet episode on surrender, trusting the process, surrendering, and really allowing things to come into your life. So, as I've always talked many times on the podcast, there's 5 stages in the manifestation process. First stage is to get really clear on what you want. The second stage is to understand which emotion that manifestation will bring into your life and start living and feeling that emotion on a daily basis. The third stage is to become the woman who already has what you want to do, what you want to do, have, be, etc. The fourth stage is aligned action, meaning that you do what you got to do. And the fifth stage is surrendering. Once you've done your part, your 50%, you allow the universe to do its part and surprise you. So today we're going to be talking about that fifth stage because I am living that stage right now. And I want to give you a very concrete example of how we could actually block this fifth step or how we can actually let it be and trust. So let me give you a bit of context about all of this. As you know, I'm moving to Paris in October, in less than a month. And this came as a bit of a shock, to be honest, because my partner and I, we started discussing places which we could eventually move, which were cities and countries that we like, cities and countries that we don't like. And we both agreed that we really love Barcelona because it's a big city. There's a big airport. So you're still connected to other countries. My partner has his family in France. I have my family in Argentina. So we want to be connected and we love to travel. So we want to be connected to a main airport. And we both love the beach and nature. He does surf and he loves to be in the water. And I just love being a lizard by the beach, chilling, reading my books, sunbathing. And yeah, we both agreed that Barcelona, the outskirts of Barcelona, meaning that we could actually live by the beach, would be like the perfect place for us, basically. And it's really funny because every time I make a meditation in which I visualize my future, I always see the same thing. I'm always in this one specific apartment by the beach, really close to the beach, working in my own business, which is something that I'm already doing. So that's not a surprise. I'm working with big groups of women, serving thousands of women, feeling super excited to be doing that. And there's just this specific clothes that I have, which is a very like black t-shirt and a very comfortable blue trouser that it's like very airy and nice. And I'm having a cup of coffee in a beautiful craft cup of coffee. And Fabrice goes to work, then he comes back from work. I've done all of this amazing, fulfilling, super impactful work with thousands of women. And then when he comes back from work, we take Amore for a walk out by the beach. So that's my vision. And every single time I meditate and I think about my future and I connect with the energy and the vision of my future, this is what I see. And this place, I think it's in Barcelona. So every time I think about my future, it's in Barcelona or somewhere that has a beach, because the beach is a definition. It's really part of the vision that I have. So we decided that our plan A would be going to Barcelona. Then as he started looking for a new job, he got an opportunity that was not in Barcelona. He could choose between Paris or London. And we decided to choose Paris because he has family and friends. I have friends. We both know Paris. We've lived there before. We love the city. We love the culture. We love the food. The weather is going to be pretty much the same in both of them. But we have an attachment with Paris. So we decided to go back to a city that we both know and love. But it's not Barcelona. It's not my vision. It's definitely not my vision. And mind you, I'm a digital nomad now with the business that I have. If you ask me, would you, with all of the freedom that you have, would you choose to move to Paris and be a digital nomad from Paris? Hell no. Hell no. I would not choose Paris. The weather is terrible. people sometimes can be pretty negative. There are many other countries where you could have like a way better quality of life for the same budget. I would not choose Paris. Definitely not choose Paris. But I am choosing my partner. I'm choosing, a project with him. I'm choosing to build a life with him. And this time, the universe wants me to go back to Paris. And this is really funny because I've lived in Paris for 6 years. And I think after 2 years, 3 years of living in Paris, I actually got a job back in Argentina. I came back to Argentina. And while I was there, I got a job in France. So I came back to Paris. And now I moved to Madrid. I meet a French man and then I move back to Paris. So it's like wherever I go, it looks like all my roads lead to Paris. Go to Argentina, I get a job, come back to Paris. I go to Madrid, find a French man for myself, and then come back to Paris. So this is where I want to talk about right now, because I could be really pissed off. I could be lost. I could be questioning my manifestation powers. I could be telling myself, this is not Barcelona. This is not getting me closer to the beach at all. This is actually getting me further away from the beach. And this is the part where I'm actually practicing what I preach. This is the part where I actually decided to surrender, let go, trust the process. If the universe wants to take me to Paris and it lined up the perfect plan for me to go to Paris because everything worked out really nicely. Fabrice got this job like very easily. Then everything that we did for the move was just like so clean, so smooth. We virtually had like pretty much zero problems. There was one day when I got frustrated, but other than that, everything was so smooth. And I trust that when things are so smooth, it's because they want to go in that direction. And I imagine that I'm in a river, a boat on a river, and I just let myself drift with the flow of life. So it's not Barcelona, but I decided to surrender to the process. I decided to surrender the how. In this fifth step of manifestation, we always talk about letting go of the how. You don't need to know how things are going to unfold. You just need to know what you want. What I want is to be living by the beach, to be serving thousands of women, that Fabrice comes back from work and we take amore on a walk by the beach. That's my vision. Now, the universe decided to take me to Paris, and I'll go to Paris. I will happily go to Paris. Is that exactly what I wanted? No. But do I trust that I will end up living by the beach? Yes. Do I know how Paris and the beach eventually collide? No clue. But I am 100% sure that I will be living by the beach at some point. What I don't know right now, why the universe wants me to go to Paris first. Maybe going to Paris puts us in a much better position to then move closer to the beach. Maybe Paris is the place where I scale my business at such a level, serving thousands of women, that then moving to the beach, it's like, so easy. And we can actually just work from there and have a whole new level in business. And that maybe that needs to happen in Paris. Maybe Paris is the place where we learn some lessons about ourselves. We learn some lessons as a couple. We learn some lessons as a family, so that then we can have and hold the vision that I have right now, because the vision that I have right now is huge, huge. The apartment is gorgeous. The scale of my business is amazing. Just everything. It's like really, really, it's a really big and beautiful vision. And maybe we need to go to Paris first to become the versions of ourselves, to become the couple, to become the family that can actually have and hold that vision. Maybe if we go right now, we're not able to hold it. I don't know. So I do trust 100% that my vision will become a reality, that I will be working by the beach, serving thousands of women, feeling super excited about that work. Fabrice comes back from work, and then we take amore on that walk to the beach. I know that my vision will become a reality. I know that it's just a matter of time. The same way maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I saw this apartment. I saw the plants that I have right there in front of me. I saw Amore. I saw a man who then became Fabrice. I saw all of this. Then it happened. So I know that if I'm seeing those visions right now in my meditations, I know that that is going to happen sooner or later. Do I know right now why the universe wants us to go to Paris? No clue. But I choose to trust that maybe there's a lesson for us to learn there. Maybe that's where I scale my business to the next level. And then that takes us to the vision that I have been feeling in my heart for so long. So, what can you take from this episode? I think the key takeaway is if you have a vision, you're clear on what you want, you know how that feels, you became the woman who already has that, you've taken aligned action, now it's time to surrender, to let go of the how. The how is not your job. Your job is the what. What do you want and how is that going to make you feel? Then how that thing comes into your life, that's not your job. That's the universe's job. And you cannot micromanage that process. You need to trust. You need to trust that it will be delivered. You need to forget about the timing. You need to forget about the how. If you've already done the 4 steps that are actually under your control, and if you want to listen again to all of these stages of the manifestation process, you can go back to episode 52. If you've already done your part, now it's time to trust that it's going to happen. Forget about the timing, forget about the how. Because the universe might have a much better plan than the one you have. And that is what I'm choosing to trust right now. That is what I'm choosing to see right now in this situation. And it's this level of faith, even though right now there's no evidence, because evidence is sending me to Paris, not sending me to Barcelona. I choose to trust that what is meant for me won't pass me by and that my vision will become a reality. And I choose to trust in the universe and the process that will take me to that vision. And remember this episode, because one day I will be working by the beach, living by the beach, serving thousands of women, feeling super excited about the work that I do every day of my life, sipping my cup of coffee. My partner comes back from work and we take Amore to a walk by the beach. Remember this episode, because this is the level of certainty that brings your dreams closer to yourself. And this has worked 1,000 times for me, and it's going to work once more. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to learn the art of manifestation to manifest your dream life, whether that's your dream relationship, finding your purpose, creating your own company, finding and landing your dream job, calling in more abundance into your life. If you want to manifest that dream life, then let's work together. I'm opening up a handful of spots to start in October. We would be working together from October until January so that you can start the new year in full force. So if you want to work with me, if you want to manifest your dream life, book a discovery call. The link is in the show notes. We will get to meet one another. You will share your situation with me. I will explain how the coaching process works. And then if it's a good fit, we can start working together from October onwards. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you found it insightful, inspiring in what it actually means to trust the process and let go of the how. I will see you on the next episode. And in the meantime, in Blisstopia we trust.